Good morning. Welcome back to part 2, week 1 of February Pantry Challenge, where we follow Three Rivers Homestead, Jessica's challenge to not to go food shopping for the month of February. So today for breakfast we're going to have the turkey liver pate, some cheese, some beet top. The beet what we've harvested started to shoot these little, leaves of beetroot. So I don't want to get this to put in a compost bin. It is absolutely edible, and let's just make a nice garnish for our breakfast. So that bread we've made yesterday, friends, it's the best. So we're going to have that delicious sourdough / yeast sandwich bread, and I am tempting to make another one today because we've already had the half of it. So that's gonna be the breakfast, and probably today I've still got so much left over that we don't need to cook. We still got the lamb, tomatillo lamb left with rice and curry doka, and we still got loads of that lovely borscht we made yesterday. So probably that's what we're going to have today for lunch and dinner. I made a good start to cleaning the grow room. So I would like to do today to go back and carry on. I would love to clean the windows inside. My husband cleaned the windows outside and they're looking really good. So I'm now thinking if I just do inside, that would just freshen the whole room up and would look amazing. And then the next couple of days, definitely next week, then we can start growing something. So for breakfast we've got this lovely sourdough sandwich bread with butter, turkey liver pate, cheese and beet green, serving with mandarin, compote and a cup of tea. The first job I'm gonna do after I've done the amazing bread yesterday, I try to repeat that. So I've got 2 bowls. I would like to make one round loaf and one that loaf we've made yesterday in an agar pan, bread pan. So we're gonna start with lukewarm water, not too hot, so we can add the honey and a yeast to the water and let it sit there for about 15 to 20 minutes before we're going to add to the flour. So I'm gonna measure out 350 each glass bowl of lukewarm water. I am using tap water but borehole, so borehole water comes through my tap water. 350, perfect. About a tablespoon of honey to each bowl and a packet of 7 grams of yeast. Now just give it a very good mix until the honey dissolves and the yeast cooperates with the water, and just leave it to it. By my agar, kitchen is quite warm, so I think it's gonna be okay. So what I have in this bowl, I've already measured out 500 grams of bread flour, so that can go in a mixing bowl. And I'm gonna measure out another 500 grams. And I've just remembered, I've got a few things in my Amazon cart now, and one of them is a new kitchen scale. Soil blocker, a few more things. I am thinking of investing in food meal, the grain meal, but the one I would like at the moment is out, so I can't order it. It's not in stock, so I just gotta be patient. If you got any experience with food meal, I would greatly appreciate your suggestion. I would like to start grinding my own flour. I've just popped to the outside freezer and I got out these 2 fish. I'm thinking about making a dog food with this fish. Also got some cottage cheese out. This is the one what my mum made, and I would like to maybe use that together and make like a pasta, cottage cheese pasta dish. You know, with that cream cheese slash cottage cheese we've made a couple of days ago from the goat's milk. So I think that would be a nice meal. And also I've got out some goat's burgers out of the freezer. I know I said I'm not gonna cook today, but this probably is gonna be we're gonna cook this tomorrow. So I probably just put this to the fridge, to be honest. So I can focus on making the 2 loaves of bread today, and I'm thinking of baking something, maybe baking a cake. So I've also got some eggs from the storage, and well, probably these eggs now will all gonna float. But what I do, I get a bowl and I put some eggs, what I'm ready to use, to that bowl and do the float test. But these eggs now, it's gonna be about a good few months old eggs. So what I have done before, when I've done this, I do the float test, and if they float, that means they old. But what I have learned, that it doesn't mean necessarily they are bad, because the fresh egg will sink. Actually, I've got a fresh egg, so I can show you. I've got 1 egg. Let's see if this sinks. Yes, can you see? This sinks flat. That means that egg is... I'm gonna take this, I wanna wash this now, I'm gonna use this up. This egg is fresh egg. So if it would be like a couple of weeks old, that would still probably in a bottom, but would stand. And when it floats, that means it's old. And I used to chuck it. I used to chuck hundreds of eggs, friends. And I've just recently realized that these eggs are still good. So what I do cook with them, bake with them. And but I just crack it one by one, just in case, you know, if we get to something what we don't want. I think I'm gonna do some laundry next. My washing machine finished, sort that out. I've also planned some cleaning and ironing for today. Let's see how it goes, friends. I am so glad this project done as well. So I've done the laundry, I've managed to do some ironing, and most importantly, I've had enough energy to go back outside and clean the windows in a grow room. So it's not just having a very productive day in a kitchen, but I've managed to do some other project. It feels so good, because what I usually do, well, I kind of plan my weeks, sometimes months ahead. Just like, you know, this is something what I would love to do this week. This is something I would love to do this month. And then I do like a daily list what I would like to do. Okay, next step. We're going to put the water, yeast and honey mixture and mix it really well as a dough in the kitchen. Next, I'm going to add a half a cup of sourdough starter. Mix it again. Next, I'm gonna add a tablespoons of rock salt. Okay, 5 minutes gone. And now I'm going to just transfer, put a little bit of oil. I'm using groundnut oil, that's what I've got on hand. And transfer the dough to the glass bowl. Just like that. To this glass bowl. And we're gonna do exactly the same with the other bowl. Look how beautiful this dough is already, friends. Wow, perfect. I'm just going to leave this until this double in size. Cover it with shower cup. 500 grams of bread flour again. And now look how beautiful our yeast mixture is. That can right go in. These two dogs kept us up for most of last night, and they are chilling now. Let me show you. Our bread dough doubled in size. Look how beautifully this looks. We're going to make 2 bread. So I'm going to use my Aga bread loaf pan for the one. So we make like a sandwich bread, the same we've made yesterday. And then I am experimenting with another one without preheating my cast iron. I'm going to put that in there. Maybe I just put a little bit of grease on it. I am so excited how this is going to turn out, friends. Right, let's do this one first. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some more oil in the work surface here. And put this there, like that. And again, we just do the same what we've done before. So I'm gonna do straight go to, just roll it up, tuck both in, and just right in a pan. Perfect. And the next one, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna have to do it right in here. And so excited about this. Right. more oil. I absolutely love making bread, and we do love eating bread as well, friends. So, right, I need to do this like that. And I'm just hoping this will work out well. I'm sure it will. Perfect. And we place this to the pan. And we both can now go in for 35 minutes to my roasting oven. No, not yet. Not yet, friends. I've just remembered. I'm gonna wait until it reaches the top of this pan and top of here, kind of. I'm gonna remember that. So. My next job is to make a cake, and the weather turned out rainy, horrible, cold and windy again. So, first things first, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna weigh some eggs. So let's use 3 of these eggs, maybe 4. I think Lucy Bear snores, not surprised. 257 grams. Okay, so I've got about 250 grams of egg there. I'm gonna use 250 grams of unsalted butter and 250 grams of organic cane sugar. So I'm going to crack this up one by one, remember, and I'm just gonna measure out 250 grams of sugar. But actually, first thing can get going, I'm going to first of all change the attachment. Okay, and crack these eggs. $250 grams of butter and the sugar. Mix this together first. Scrape the sides down. I've just added all the eggs, and now next we're going to add the self-raising flour. I have decided not to put baking powder because I've used self-raising flour, but I did put half a tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda and a pinch of salt. I like to add the flour a bit by bit. Looks good. I am happy with this, to be honest, friends. What I have done, I'm using this square pan, baking pan. I've added like a parchment paper and put a little bit of butter to the bottom of the pan, and I'm literally just going to scoop the cake mixture in between those two pans. And I'm ready to put this into the baking oven for about half an hour, and the bread is ready to go in the roasting oven as well. You can fit both in, and they can go about 35 minutes. So I set my alarm for 30 and for 35 minutes. Next job, I dealt with 2 fish. It wasn't easy, but I've tried to get all the bones out of it, so this is pure meat. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it, turn it as a dog food. So we're gonna literally just cook this, and I'm gonna portion it out with some rice in the little dishes, and I might freeze a few, you know, leave it out for a few days in a fridge and freeze the rest. Yeah, I don't think so we've got any more bones. I think we're good to go. I don't need to cook this long, about 10-15 minutes, and it's all done. It's all cooked. I'm just going to mix this with that rice, cooked rice. Give it a good mix. I'm gonna wait until this cools down completely before I'm going to serve this to the dogs, and put it in little portions. Put it to the freezer. Let's see what they think of the dinner. What do you think, Lou? Sandy likes it. You're not hungry? She ate Sandy's breakfast, so she is not hungry. Aren't you, sweetie? Well, Sandy's gonna eat it. Sandy loves it. No. Changed her mind. Changed her mind. She says, "Oh, that's nice." Nice? The bowl is crystal clear. They definitely loved it. The rest is now portioned out. So just wait until this cools down. That can go to the fridge and freezer. For dinner tonight we had Borsch soup with sourdough bread. The time is up for the bread. Let's have a look. Wow! Looking good! Looking good! Right, I think next time it's just 5 minutes less for the bread, and looks like 20 minutes more for the cake. Does look good though. Looks amazing. Just leave it in a cooling rack, both of it. So now I'm on an ironing project. I like to iron, let's say when we go on holiday and come back and I've got all that laundry to wash, and I like to hang it, you know, I've got a separate wardrobe just for my holiday clothes, what I usually use, like literally every year. I might buy a few if I would like to, but I am very happy just to use the same clothes, to be honest, if it fits. And I like to iron it beforehand, so it's ready for the next holiday. So, but in here I am actually ironing this lovely dress, but I think I've purchased it from Amazon, but I really like that style. I think it suits my personality, and this farmhouse life, and genuinely is just, you know, that lifestyle we are living. And I am outside in a grow room. I'm so happy. We're gonna grow so much starts in this grow room this year. I think hundreds of them, maybe thousands. I don't know. But yeah, I am so excited. I've got all the seeds ready now for the February seed sowing. I only need to go to the old house, get some compost. We just actually organized a transport from the old house to the new house for all the bags with the topsoil, the wood chippings and the compost. But tomorrow, this weekend, I'll probably go and just get a few pocketful because I need to put it in a dry place, but it dries out so I can sieve it through and I can use those for like the little seeds what we're gonna use next week. But yeah, this project is done. I was so happy that I managed to do it. I'll help me to do the outside, the window from outside. It was really dirty, and I've done the inside, and I've also done the ceiling, the roof area. It was full of cobwebs, and I just swept the floor. I've just cleaned the tables, and actually now I'm doing the voiceover. We've got a little bit of a different layover of the tables. I am so happy. I cannot wait to show you. And we got the wheels for the grow light system. The next project it's gonna be to put the grow lights on, and let's get this 2025 growing season began very shortly. The cake is ready, cooled down completely. I haven't got double cream, so I can't make a lovely cream on it. But what I can do, I'm gonna put a lovely Victoria plum jam on it, and some cocoa powder and icing sugar. And we're not hungry because we had quite a late lunch, that Borsch soup, and I think we've got our eye on this cake. It is 5:45 now, so we might just have a cake, friends. For dinner. I think I'm gonna put the whole jar. I'm gonna put some on the top as well. I'm gonna put some icing sugar. And our cake is ready, friends. I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. Also, this bread turned out amazing, both. They completely cooled down now. So I keep that label. I'll wash this. We're gonna reuse this jar. Put this in a plastic bag now. Oh, this is delicious. I'm actually tempting to freeze one of these because we won't eat probably this much bread. So what I can do, slice it, flash freeze and freeze it, or just freeze it in whole. But we'll definitely leave one out for the upcoming days. But yeah, it's been a good day, friends. And see you all tomorrow. Good morning, friends. It is day 5 in February Pantry Challenge. Today is my day out. So me and my husband, we spent probably half a day. We go in to do a few things. The thing I'm looking forward to, we're going to an antique shop. Probably can't take you to the antique shop, but I'll definitely show you if I buy anything. So we're probably gonna have a meal out on our way, and just yeah, it's a nice day, so I'll keep you updated. For dinner we're finishing off the tomatillo salsa verde lamb and rice. It is the next day. I've just had fried egg on sourdough bread with some mayonnaise on the top. It was so good. And I'm straight away in to make lunch. So what I have decided to do on this day, I am gonna make cheesy bake pasta. So I'm using up some cottage cheese, some goat's cream cheese and some homemade pasta. I've just put some water in that pan with a bit of salt, brought it up for simmer, and I've just literally maybe about 10 minutes it took me to cook the homemade pasta in it, but then I drained and I just put the cheese on the top, the two different type of cheese, the cottage cheese and the cream cheese, added a bit of salt and pepper, and honestly it was so good. I have decided to bake it for about 20 minutes in a roasting oven, and it turned out like just the right crispiness on the top. Put some extra salt on it and we really enjoyed it. We actually had it for a couple of days. I think we had one day for dinner and one day for lunch. So even Alan enjoyed it, although that's not his favorite meals, the cottage pasta kind of meals, but honestly he told me he really enjoyed it, and I'm glad because we've still got so much cottage cheese left, so we might I have to consider probably to make it another week as well, or definitely need to come up with another recipe how we can use all this lovely cottage cheese up. I've also added a little bit of whey. There is always a way to use up all this lovely whey, and I've just had a quick taste test and I really enjoyed it. I know most of the time I say this is one of my favorite meal, but this is one of my favorite meal because my mom, we had a dairy cow growing up, so we had our own milk, and my mom made this kind of dish a lot, and it just, reminds me of my childhood. And we are back from our day out, what was really lovely. We stopped for breakfast with a full English, and then I'm just showing you all the beautiful goods we've purchased in an antique shop. So absolutely love this tablecloth. Look how beautiful it is. I bought that furniture, the cloth, couple of pictures, couple of plates, these little things. I absolutely love going, maybe I go once in a while, once in a good few months. I absolutely love going there. So we managed to have few lovely pictures from the antique shop, and I bought that lovely shelf unit. So beautiful, so I'm going to fill that in my office. Also we stopped at the garden center, and I did get quite a few seeds. So I've got all these seeds, radishes, and the red hot poker. I've got a lovely massive bush of red hot poker. I tried to dig up some to bring, but if not, might start to do with seed. I've got early purple sprouting broccoli and spinach, and I've got broad beans and sugar snap peas as well. And also I grabbed a few garlic, what I was supposed to start last autumn, but because of the move I've never had a chance. So we're going to do it very soon. I'm gonna probably start in pots, and then when my garden is ready, the garden beds, we're just gonna transfer those to the garden. So I've got Cristo. This one says reliable, easy to grow, pure white, French, soft neck, what I would like because it stores longer. I've also got a couple of loose ones as well, of the soft neck variety. And I have grabbed the box standard red Baron, red onion, and the Sturon, just to keep me going, to be honest, friends. And also I've got this beautiful hot pink bloom gladioli bulbs as well from the garden center. and I have grabbed a couple of packet of potatoes. So this is actually Cara main crop, and I have got a bag of Charlotte of the second early. So that's brilliant. I've also got these baskets as well. I thought I might as well use it in the bathroom. And I've got myself a new little basket to collect the eggs. From the antique, I've also grabbed this big jar. And I've seen it, I thought it's so pretty. And it's quite large, so I can collect some milk in them or make some project. What I am super excited about, we bought our very first cuckoo clock. Oh, I nearly forgot about the cuckoo clock. I was so excited we bought a cuckoo clock as well. And a pasta dish is done, and then we're just having a dinner. On this day, we're gonna have the goat's burger with homemade chips and homemade mayonnaise. It was so delicious. And homemade ketchup. We actually made this ketchup, I think, 2 years ago, and it was still delicious. So I'm not sure if it's maybe this is how many we got left. I don't think so. We've got many left now. And this homemade mayonnaise turned out so well as well. So we really enjoyed the dinner tonight. It's day 7 of the Pantry challenge, and I'm just finishing off some turkey pate sandwiches with a cup of coffee for breakfast. Okay, so as the last day of this week's Pantry challenge, we're going to finish off some leftovers. So we're gonna finish off the Borsch soup for lunch, and then I've got the pasta bake, the cheesy pasta bake. I've made yesterday. Yesterday we've made a cheesy pasta bake, so we finish off that for dinner, and we still got a little bit left over of the salsa verde goat, was it lamb? And rice. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a look actually in the fridge. Yeah, I've already took out we're gonna finish off the Borsch for lunch. It is actually now 1:45, so probably in about an hour, with this lovely bread we've made. And yes, that's what I've got. Oh, I still have the elderberry syrup. We need to take that as well every day. So yeah, that's the rice and the meat dish, and then that's the pasta. So, and we've still got some for the dogs as well. I can't believe we are, from tomorrow, that we are second week of February in this Pantry challenge. I hardly made a dent in my food storage. I know we had a holiday, so that's kind of like a little bit spoils it for me. But honestly, I've done a month now. Well, I've done a full 4 weeks, because we lost a week in January. We gained it back in February. I still got so much food. We haven't even been to the pantry hardly yet. My freezer still looks full. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the next 3 weeks of February of the Pantry challenge, and then see how it goes. I might gonna extend that week what we've lost in the first week of March. But yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me this week. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy this lifestyle. It's just keep me going. Well, unfortunately, an accident happened on our farm yesterday. Alan got injured, and so the next couple of days or weeks probably gonna be lots of hospital appointments. But I would like to carry on the Pantry challenge, and also next week I really would like to start sowing some seeds. Well, if you're interested, you are very welcome. But for now, bye friends.